Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Guys, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell before going into the details. We will growth XRP, please support by subscribing and turning on the notification bell. We are a strong community. XRP price prediction. Ripple price makes traders choke in the leftovers as XRP tanks over 2%. Ripple price slides on the back of remaining recession concerns for 2023. XRP sees technical traders back off after a firm rejection from resistance. At the time of writing, losses were over 2% and could mount to 17%. Ripple, XRP, price slides as traders flee into safe havens with US bonds as the preferred place to be. The flight to safety became clear on Tuesday after the release of some Tier 2 data in the form of the U.S. Housing Index showed a substantial decline in every state in the U.S., and San Francisco flirting with a decline on a yearly basis. Additional proof of the demand for U.S. bonds came with the 2-year tenor auction of U.S. Treasury bonds that saw a stop-through of 1.7 bits per second, which points to the biggest demand since 2017. Ripple traders are converting into bond traders. Ripple price again showed signs of a recovery as the cryptocurrency jumped over 5% on Monday, as a Christmas rally seemed to be underway after all. Unfortunately, that profit is almost gone as snow before the sun, as traders cannot unchain themselves from the recession fears for 2023. Even in the quietest week of the year, the recession risk still hangs over the price action as smaller data elements indicate that a recession is unavoidable. XRP thus sees traders shy away from risk assets, such as equities and cryptocurrencies, in favor of safe havens, such as the Swiss franc and US bonds. Expect to see more losses being eked out should equities dip further. The ideal candidate for the first test for support comes in at $0.3333, and more to the downside, $0.3043 comes into play, with mounting losses for the week between Christmas and New Year reaching towards -17%. Big news for Ripple. U.S. Department of Justice calls cryptos commodities as the legal battle between Ripple Labs and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, draws to a close and all eyes are on Judge Annalisa Torres. The U.S. Department of Justice may have provided another argument for Brad Garlinghouse and his company. In recent court filings by the U.S. Department of Justice against Avraham Eisenberg, the DOJ refers to two cryptocurrencies as commodities. Eisenberg, who exploited the decentralized finance platform Mango Markets and made $67 million, was arrested yesterday in Puerto Rico and charged with market manipulation. Reason to cheer for Ripple? For XRP investors and Ripple Labs, the indictment is interesting in that the U.S. Department of Justice calls the two cryptocurrencies CRV and Mango commodities rather than securities. At no point do the DOJ lawyers refer to the cryptocurrencies as securities, nor do they refer to violations of securities law. For the Department of Justice, it thus appears that there is no dispute that neither token should be classified as a security. This stands in stark contrast to SEC Chairman Gary Gensler, who is not only leading the case against Ripple but has also opined on several occasions that pretty much every crypto token is a security. In the indictment, the Justice Department writes unequivocally of CRV and Mango tokens as commodities. It states, for Ripple, the DOJ may have provided another argument that the legal situation for cryptocurrencies is not as clear as the SEC always claims. Since both CRV and Mango are designated as commodities, it is at least reasonable to assume that XRP is a commodity and not a security. Can XRP, Ripple, reach $5 in 2023? As expected, the international payment token never crossed the $5 line in 2022. Next year may be a different story. It has been almost a year since I wondered aloud whether the XRP 2.78% token, commonly known as Ripple, could reach the $5 price point in 2022. This turned out to be one of my most popular articles of the year, so I think it's time to circle back and take a fresh look at Ripple. As expected, Ripple never rose to $5 in 2022. The review from last January found that Ripple very well could reach $5 per token, but not quickly. There were too many roadblocks ahead, dominated by the lawsuit filed by the Securities and Exchange Commission in 2020. The legal wheels often grind slowly, and this lawsuit is no exception. As a result, Ripple's prices trended downward all year long under the weight of macroeconomic concerns and the uncertainty of the SEC suit. The XRP token has taken a 56% haircut year to date. In other words, my guidance has been on target so far. The two parties have filed most of their legal documents, with one last flurry of requests in opposition to redactions, and document sealing coming up in January. The final ruling is probably several months away, since the so-called Daubert motions that are still awaiting their final papers usually signal a final judgment roughly 3 months later. However, that gap is not written in stone, and cases involving securities and/or commodities are among the slowest post-Daubert processes. What's the next step? Even so, the SEC lawsuit is likely to reach its conclusion in the first half of 2023. When it does, a Ripple-friendly outcome would send the XRP token skyrocketing, while a ruling in favor of the SEC argument would have the opposite effect. In either case, this case will have wide-ranging effects on the cryptocurrency market. Assuming that the lawsuit isn't settled before the final gavel falls, we're looking at a precedent-setting legal action here. That is exactly what Ripple wants and what the SEC has tried to avoid. The Ripple team is trying to establish a legal ruling that will place different cryptocurrencies under different legislative rules. Ideally, the legal framework would separate currency like tokens such as Ripple from investment securities you'd buy and hold, expecting their value to rise over time. Bitcoin, BTC minus 1.11%, would arguably be an example of a security-style digital asset. This distinction is crucial to Ripple's defense, as the SEC wants to treat all cryptocurrencies as securities. From that point of view, the Ripple company broke the law when it raised $1.3 billion by selling XRP tokens between 2013 and 2020. Ripple claims that the token sale was properly managed according to the best information and guidance available at the time, and that the token sales didn't qualify as an investment contract according to the three-pronged Howey test. I'm no lawyer and won't try to guess how this lawsuit will play out. But whatever direction Magistrate Judge Sarah Net Burns' final verdict leans, it will be a crucial step toward clarity in the legal status of cryptocurrencies. It won't be the final word, as I'm sure we'll see appeals stretching this matter out for many years, but even a glimmer of lucidity as an improvement over the murky waters crypto investors are wading through today. A tale of two extremes, so we're looking at two extreme possibilities for Ripple in 2023, with an infinite array of grayscale outcomes in between. Depending on where the legal chips fall, it is absolutely possible that XRP's price could skyrocket to $5 or more in 2023. At the same time, a harsher verdict could also send the token far below its current price of 36 cents per token. So in the relatively short term, Ripple's future is almost impossible to nail down. However, I see strong returns in the far future, no matter what happens to the SEC lawsuit next year. That much-needed clarification becomes part of a larger regulatory puzzle, along with the Congress-level fallout from last month's FTX meltdown. The proverbial stars are aligning for a more robust legal system around cryptocurrency, including crucial details like more straightforward taxation rules, tighter oversight of cryptocurrency trading services, and improved safeguards against crypto-based fraud and money laundering. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.